I love this game.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house. I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
I remember watching, I think it was Jacksepticeye playing this. Yeah.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately. I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Sorry.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Fuck. This is just a chill game. I just want people taking the scenic route. Scenic. What is this, right? No, okay.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
This pack.
The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent, as if they're about to say something but never do.
I'm still gonna do this part as well. Because we're back on track. Back on track.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
How should we do that?
I asked Edith once about the dragon in the pond. She said it had killed her husband. As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
What flower is that? I don't know if it's fire or something else.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house. I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't. Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me. Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
I should say in this game it's really dark.
The power had been turned off the night we left. For the first time in years,
That was two? That was two.
I felt like I was
Actually,
home.
I'll still one. Is it January? It's January. That's me.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
And the first Finch, December 1980, November 21st. Hello, brother to Edith, son of no. Great grandson to Edith. Their service, Finch family. One fireweed. Oh, fireweed road. Fireweed's beautiful flower.
Like how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Farm salmon tastes like shit. I eat the fresh shit. Never eat fresh salmon's just better. Just make farm salmon is not good. Ugh. There's a big difference.
Or how only one restaurant would deliver to our house. So we had Chinese a lot.
Trust me about salmon. Farm salmon is not good. Fresh salmon, if you can get it, is good. I live where
The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
I live where it's really cheap.
It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
That's really good.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Ugh. Should be mold. Like, genuinely. There should be mold. Right the Probably addition. Garage. I say garage.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth. Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
I can't believe no one's come to rob this place. Holy.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit. Great Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Refuge. Ladles. Loafers. Ooh, my pee. Ooh, rhinoceros.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night. My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive. Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Morbid. Are they ash?
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes. Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
Oh.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
My friend Bigfoot and Barbara Finch are believed as Bigfoot. Right there it is. Alright.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house. Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
1944 to 1960.
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
What was that boat? It's an Edie.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
It's been 1915, 1964, 80, 1917 to 2010. Damn. Gregory. Ooh. 1976 and 17.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Calvin and Sam.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
1950 to 1961. They all died really young.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
Jerk.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him. Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Catholic. So beautiful.
But I had no idea what was behind that door.
I'd be trying to look at
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
every little thing I can.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole.
Would she have that? It was like more in the early 2000s.
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Such a nice bed. I have some
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here before my mom sealed the doors.
Molly Finch.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Babies.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it. My Halloween candy was all gone.
Fish.
I kept eating and eating.
Don't eat that. No.
Then I heard chirping outside my window. Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
Where's the fish food?
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest.
Tiny.
I ate a lot of things that night.
Aren't these poisons or fake?
I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat. I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
No.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Bird.
The babies were all gone. I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired.
Frog.
Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass. Rabbits. I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger. A mama rabbit. She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Big fish. The shark's fake. Fish.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever. I wanted fat, juicy seals. I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Seal?
Grabbed on tight. When I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything changed. Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere. I was big, but I moved real quiet. I wanted to stop, but also I didn't. After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe. I got closer and closer. All my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
Not morbid. So you can... So you could just...
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Then... What the... I love cats.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Hey, I don't like dogs.
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma
like dogs.
Edie's room. We got along, and it was a good place to hide from my mom. Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones. When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
I have a hard time reading cursive. Especially why is this?
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
Ginger woman easily to evacuate because of a Wilforce fire. Moment beneath the Finch house?
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious. I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long time.
Yes. Then
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother. Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery.
that's so nice.
His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Oh,
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
yes. Such a lovely game. God, this is ugly. Bleach.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
So there's a secret in that.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Finch, born April 25th, 19. Whatever. Oh, I know that day. Not gonna say why. September 23rd. Yay.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
I never realized that detail. It's a very important day, November 23rd for me. Oh, never realized that. Because I only knew the death day. Didn't really pay attention. Yeah, I'm just gonna say it's my birthday. Yeah. Yep. I need to check something. See if that's the exact date. Quick. Just had to see what day the character died on. It was a Saturday. Okay, not my exact day I was born. I was born a Tuesday. My birthday changes like every year. Like the
I
day.
knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom, and he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again, and he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother. The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing. After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Yeah, but I never paid close attention to the gravestone. Yeah, it was important in 1961, but 2000s, early, well, technically late 2000s. I'm not gonna say what year, but yeah. It's a nice day to die.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Should have grabbed one this morning. Beep. Looking. Okay.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Beep. Oh. Very nice.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Why? It's food. Oh. Right. Big food. Red Toad Stories.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death,
Yes,
I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Barbara Finch.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
It's
Now
a scream
that
from
was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sam.
SCP.
He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room.
Yeah, he just
So
gonna stop screaming.
Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her
Walter.
convention comeback
Yeah,
was
Walter.
cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
Crash.
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right
Excuse me.
on cue.
Oh.
She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Hey, I'll just go.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Ooh, this is That's
The gang's
nice.
leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled
Oh.
and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
That's nice looking.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the Late Late Picture Show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there?
Walter.
Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Walter. Walter.
Walter, are you there?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside
Walter.
radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hookman, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And he was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara. That night, she played her part beautifully. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned. He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet. The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was... At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
That's nice.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending. I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Very nice key. Unfinished basement wall. Bricks. Sven.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
This place also looks untouched.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
You are a rich family. If you can have all this.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Oh, no. Oh, cereal. Extra crispy.
If there's a pattern in all these stories,
Jelly hard. Peanut butter. Creamy. Peanut butter. Pea soup. Propane, protein. Tasty. Beans. Cereal you. Sweeties, crisp. Water. Mr. Bean. Play soup.
I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
This is depressing. Walter. Feels hard, goddamn. Peaches.
Goodbye,
I'm
everyone.
allergic.
I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today.
Ugh.
I always expected to be dead
Our
tomorrow.
peach is really good. I've never had one.
But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
Body heat. You seem good.
And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave. Well, I still can.
Yeah, it's rich. Alvin. Tomato.
I know it's out there somewhere.
Okay. Basic work. I guess I take a lot of vitamin D supplement. Vitamins too. Alvin.
Whatever killed Barbara and Molly
Brown rice.
and Calvin.
Peanut butter. Kimchi. Oh, it's just a pit. Pork chunkies. Soup. Soup can. Citrus.
Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left, or a month, or a single week. I'd be happy with one more day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Here it comes. Well then.
Walter died when I
Nursing.
was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Our peach is good. Never had one. Cause I'm
I'm sure
allergic.
my mom was trying to protect me.
Definitely. Well, one gosh, hard rash. And maybe my throat was swell. Same with mangoes. Neptune's. Neptune's servers. I forget what it is.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house...
Transfers to me too. The dark moons. Alvin owls. Peanut butter. Creamy.
I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
Alvin owls. Ugh. Brown rice.
Trying to bury something that's still alive.
Oh.
Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
You give what you believe in power. Beautiful.
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
That's nice.
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
Solar power. Yep.
But I thought you should know about your family.
White Man Temple.
And the history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
Because they're rich. Sorry. A little tired.
And when you look at the house, had that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness. Any of it seems possible. I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it.
Numb.
What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Go on.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
Yeah, because you got the goddamn animals. Oliver, Bob, Shadow, Kristen.
3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Well, I accidentally killed the fish. Lucy. Jeffrey, Junior, Jeffrey. I don't want to know. Daisy. Zerpy, Zoe, Coco, Turkey. Turkey tastes like shit.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Oh. Yeah, 2 days after her birthday. That's sad. Goddamn. I never looked at really close. I just walked past these. The day is my birthday, not the year. The day. The fuck. Very special. There's a really big coincidence when I was born. I'm gonna divulge that story later. It's Finch. June, August 1964, 1915, April 1917, December 5th, 2010. Born August, Walter. August 26th. Oh, that's nice. Dead on your kid's birthday. That's really nice. Died March. Was that March? The first. Ooh. Barbara. Oh, it's very weak. Instance. Yeah, it's nice.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
Sorry.
She could see it poking out of the water at low tide. Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night. Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Sam Finch. Gus Finch. That's sad.
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
Milton Finch.
We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone.
Is it the Untitled Swan game? Sanjay. Summer. Sanjay. 2006. February. Lewis Finch. No, that's just sad.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
Yeah. Take a little break. I wonder if someone who maintains the house, or it's built this well.
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Oh. Hey, I took a break. I gotta do some things. You see like a pause? Or a jump?
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
I like barbecue, clearly. Propane. Propane man.
They were both pretty intense. Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
I think... Yeah. I'm gonna end it here.